Luke 2:7. She gave birth to her first child, a son. She wrapped him snugly in strips of cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no lodging available for them. Carolyn and I grew up in a family of 5 children, 2 parents who were owners of a small mixed farm, which was quite rustic compared to today's farms. I remember how exciting it was on a rare occasion when one Christmas day, Dad came and asked me to come to the barn and see something. Just before opening the door, Dad took my hand and said, "Now you need to be real quiet." I remember the quietness of the barn. I remember my sense of excitement. I remember the sense of something special happening as across the barn I saw the mother cow hovering over the tiny calf that was laying tiny and shivering, the hay keeping the baby warm, and the mother teaching the calf to eat. As a 4 to 5-year-old little girl, my eyes were wide open in surprise. I carefully and gently got close enough to pet the calf, very gently, and she stuck her tongue out and licked me on the back of my hand. I never complained about the stinky smell in that barn at all. As I read verse 7, I think of Mary in that stable with her precious newborn. Mary is looking down on her tiny son with an overflowing heart of love that only a mother could have. She wraps him carefully in strips of cloth, not nice fluffy, warm blankets like mothers have today, but torn strips of cloth. But to be honest, I don't think it mattered to Mary that day. At this moment, Mary was only aware that she had just given birth to a special, perfect infant, conceived by the Holy Spirit, who they were to name Jesus, for he will save his people from sin. Think of her overwhelming love and the amazement she felt as she looked down on this child. The holiness that enveloped that stable, the quietness around her in the barn, the tears of joy in Mary's eyes as Mary spent those first few moments with him, loving him beyond words, wondering how he will save his people from their sins, yet not knowing if people would really love him like she does. Take time this Christmas to gaze on the baby Jesus through the eyes of Mary. Like Mary, will you love him with all of your heart?